Hey y'all, this is your friendly neighborhood bookseller Abby, and I'm doing a quick video because I thought it would be a great idea if I showed you guys what our Reading is a Lifestyle subscription book picks are for the month of July 2024. Now, I actually got to go and do some work, and the work that I'm talking about is actually packing up these book picks to send out to our members. By the time y'all see this video, they will already have them, but again, this is a last minute decision, and I just thought it would be a cool idea if I showed you guys the books that we've selected for the month of July for them. Now, if you're unfamiliar with our subscription, we've had our subscription for a little over 3 years now. We officially launched it back in February 2021, and we do offer two types, right? We offer an adult subscription, which typically features characters 18 years or older, and we also offer a young adult subscription. And if you're familiar with young adult novels, you know that the characters in those novels are usually 13 to 18 years old. So without further ado, I'm going to start with our young adult book picks, and forgive me if I miss any important information, but I'll tell you this, the link that will show you all of these book picks on our website will be in the description. So if there's anything that intrigues you, even if it's just the cover, know that if you click the link that I'm going to include in the description of this video, it will take you to a page where you're able to view all of our book picks for the month of July at one time. Okay, so let's start with our Love and Relationships young adult book pick for July. And the title of this one is Crashing Into You, and the author's name is Rocky Callan. We like to throw a little young adult romance in there, and I'll tell you this, I like some of the young adult romance. I find that, you know, when you're reading an adult novel that's romance, it can be real cheesy. But when it's YA, it's just something a little bit different about it because, you know, many of us, I can at least speak for Americans, well, those who grew up in the USA, you know, there's always that young love, puppy love. And so I'm always excited when I come across an interesting romance novel for young adults. So I'm excited to about what our members who will receive this will think of it. Now, here is our contemporary book pick for the young adult subscription, and the title of this one is If You Can't Take the Heat, and the author's name is Michael Roman. Now, this author is a James Beard Award-winning author, and the James Beard Award is definitely super popular among chefs in the U.S. I know that he also writes about cooking, so I believe this might be his first YA novel, and it is about a young man's coming of age and learning how to cook, and I think that the main character is an inexperienced chef, but he learns how to cook working in a restaurant, and there is a romance element to it as well. So I'm excited to hear what, you know, our member who receives this novel thinks of it. And our last young adult book pick for July is Adventures of Mary Jane, which is a spin on the classic Huckleberry Finn. So this solely focuses on Mary Jane's side of the story, and the author of this novel is Hope Jaron. Okay, so we do have a lot of members who love historical fiction. This is historical fiction, so I'm excited because I know the member who is getting this book, and hopefully she likes it a lot. All right, so I'm going to move on to the adult book picks, and let's start with a memoir. So this is our inspirational / motivational book pick for our adult subscription, and this is a tell-all memoir, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that, but it's titled All the Worst Humans, How I Made News for Dictators, Tycoons, and Politicians, and the author's name is Phil Elwood. So I mentioned that this is a tell-all memoir. Now, typically when I select memoirs for our members who like the inspirational / motivational genre, it's usually, you know, where the person focuses on self, right? It's usually a little bit, it has a somber, you know, streak, but it also has a overcoming streak, right? Well, this is a little different. I've never selected a memoir that's a bit of tell-all, so I'm excited for what our members who receive this book, what they may think of it, all right? The next is a historical fiction novel titled A Daughter of Fair Ravana. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, y'all. I'm sorry. I get a little tongue-tied. But the author's name is Christina Dodd, and apparently she's a New York Times bestselling author. Now, typically for our Reading is a Lifestyle subscription, we like to focus on debut authors, but sometimes, you know, depending on the story, if it's really good, I'll pick, you know, an author that's already well-known and already has acquired some accolades, right? You don't want to discriminate against people. And And so this is a spinoff of the Romeo and Juliet story. And this novel focuses on their eldest daughter, who claims that Romeo and Juliet are not dead, but they are surely alive. So I'm interested to see what our folks who received this particular novel think of it. And then the last one I'm going to show you is our contemporary book pick for the adult subscription. And this is a Spanish word, and forgive me if I mispronounce this, but it's hombrecito. And apparently it translates to mean little man. And this is definitely a debut. And the author's name is Santiago Jose Sanchez. And it's about a Latino young man, his coming of age, him and his family. I believe they migrate to Florida, it is. And just him coming into who he is and his story and understanding his mom and his dad's background. So again, I'm excited. These are all of our book picks for the month of July for our Reading is a Lifestyle subscription. If you're interested in learning more about us and our subscription, again, I'm going to include the link that will redirect you to all of these books on our site, and you can click the Get Started button on our site if you want to get the details about the perks of the subscription. And I'll tell you this, whether you decide to sign up for our adult subscription or our young adult, you'll get $10 off. And as a Reading is a Lifestyle subscription member, you receive 20% off of all books on our website. It doesn't matter if it's paperback or hardcover. It doesn't even matter if the book is not on our site, but you want to buy it from us. We do permit our members to submit what we like to call book recommendations, because we never want them to be limited based on what we only have on our catalog as of what they see. But they're welcome to submit a book recommendation, and we give our members 20% off of all books on our website. And that 20% goes into effect the moment you purchase your subscription. So you can get a book and get 20% off the day you sign up. So if you have any questions, drop it in the comments. Take care.